The Myanmar military junta is facing an existential threat. They've been engaged in a fearsome battle against rebel groups. The Three Brotherhood Alliance and the Myanmar army are fighting for control, and for now the army is losing. Despite having more firepower, including an air force and fighter jets, the Myanmar military continues to lose ground rapidly. The rebel groups have taken over military bases and even border crossings with India and China. Thousands of the junta's troops have surrendered. Many have fled to India. That's because the border between India and Myanmar is open, and now the Modi government wants to curb the influx.
Our border with Myanmar is an open border. The Narendra Modi government has decided to protect the India-Myanmar border, and we will work towards building a fence in the entire border area with Myanmar, just like that at the borders with Bangladesh. The Indian government is rediscussing the free movement regime agreement with Myanmar. The government is going to stop this free movement between the two countries.
The Indian government is worried that an open border will increase hostilities on both sides of the border. Along with the surrendered Myanmar troops, insurgents could also infiltrate.
Because of the situation across the Indo-Myanmar border, you also have some of the insurgent groups who are feeling the pressure and who have now attempted to come onto our side of the border in the state of Manipur.
Myanmar's army is losing ground and morale. The door to India is shut. China never even offered asylum. The people of Myanmar are growing restless. They are tired of the fighting, and they've lost trust on the military junta. The Myanmar army is facing a backlash from its staunchest supporters, and leading this charge is a Buddhist monk. Ashin Aryawunta is popularly called Pauk Ko Taw, and in a rare instance, Pauk Ko Taw has called out the military. Normally, the Buddhist clergy fully supports the army, but Pauk Ko Taw is fed up of the military's battlefield losses. The monk says the army's top generals are cowards, and he's demanded the junta's resignation. But this is no ordinary monk. Pauk Ko Taw is part of a nationalist group of the Buddhist clergy. He was a staunch supporter of the army. That was until they started losing to ethnic armed rebels. Now Pauk Ko Taw wants to shed his robe and play politics. He started creating his own militia, and Pauk Ko Taw's popularity is skyrocketing. It looks as if the rift between Myanmar's Buddhist monks and the military junta is growing. The monks were one of the staunchest supporters of the army. Now they're questioning the capability of the generals and their soldiers. There are many reports of growing rifts between the army itself. Pro-military Buddhist monks are saying that the Myanmar junta's leader, Min Aung Hliang, should be replaced. They are now looking for other generals to throw their support behind. This comes at a time when the army saw its biggest surrender since the fighting began. Over 2,400 soldiers, including 200 officers, surrendered to ethnic rebels in the Kokang region bordering China in January. The army has already lost 500 military bases. The rebels are taking over districts with speed and strength. The civilians are lost over whom to support. And the monks are done being cheerleaders of the army.